Good morning. Today we're going to be talking about Chapter 9, the early Middle Ages. So we're starting our new chapter today. And we're going to be talking mostly about the geography of Europe during this time period and the climate and how it affected the people of Europe. So your homework for vocabulary is only 2 words, Eurasia and topography. So those are your 2 words. You can look them up in the glossary or the textbook pages, fill in the meanings and images. So this is going to be a little bit different. So as we get closer to the end of the year, I'm going to start weaning you off of the fill in the blank and giving you more to do on your own, because when you get into 8th grade, you will be taking Cornell notes specifically on lectures and readings without fill in the blank. So I am going to start getting you ready for that. So what you're going to have is you will still have a short section of fill in the blanks that you'll take from the lecture, and then you'll have a section that you need to fill out from a reading for each of those sections. So you'll read that section in the textbook and add some more notes. And I am going to provide you with topics for each section that you need to make sure you write a note for each of those topics to kind of guide you in the right direction. So let's take a look at this. So Europe is very small and diverse continent. It has many different landforms, water features, and climate. So here is a topography map. You can see the green is more the flat land. When you get up to the oranges and yellows, those are mountains. So as the elevation gets higher, the color gets darker to a darker orange. And then the darker green it is, the closer to sea level it is. So the topography of Europe differs very widely from place to place, as you can see here in the map. Topography is the shape and elevation of the land. Mountain ranges cover most of southern Europe. So if you look at the southern part of the map here, you can see there are a lot of mountain ranges. The Alps, specifically this area here, reach as high as 15,000 feet in elevation. So you have 4 blank bullet points on your paper. You will read the physical features of Europe section in your textbook, and you will add 4 more bullets or 4 more notes to your bullet points here, specifically about landforms, water features, and climate. And it's on page 230 to 232. So here, you'll have a fill in this blank section, but I will always tell you exactly what to be taking notes on. So in the parentheses next to the topic, it will always tell you, make sure you take notes on these specific topics. And I already give you a question. So how do Europe's landforms and climates vary by region? So you want to make sure you cover that question in your answers for the notes on the note-taking side. All right, so geography shapes life. Geography influences the way people live their lives. In Southern Europe, most of people live on coastal plains or near rivers. So a lot of different water features will be running through Southern Europe. Many people living around here are going to be seafarers. They live off the sea, they're fishermen or traders because of their nearness to the water. It's easy to trade by sea. So here also you have 4 blank bullet points. So you're going to want to make sure you read this section in your book and make sure that you take appropriate notes specifically about the geography of Southern Europe and Northern Europe and how it influences people's lives. So it's very specific what you should be taking notes on for this section. So for this section, there is going to be a video that we will watch about how geography affects people's lives. This is a longer video, so you are watching this one on your own. It is a 20-minute video, and you'll take notes on this section in your Cornell notes. All right, so it was a very short section, obviously. You want to make sure you go back and read page 230 to 233 in your textbook. Finish up your notes, finish up those blank bullet points, watch that video, and then make sure you fill in the rest of your notes, underline vocabulary words, highlight main ideas. So some of the main ideas would be like what I showed you in parentheses, those big idea topics. So don't just highlight the headings. We all know what the headings are. Highlight information under the headings that are specific to those topics. The only question you need to create this week is for the video section. I already created the other questions for you. And then make sure you answer your essential question in your summary. And that's it. You will have a map of Europe. This is going to be a separate homework assignment. And these are all drag and drop. So you'll use R33. It's at the very back of your book. And page 231. And then I also have a map on the next page that you can use. It's the same map that's on page 231. This one's just much clearer because it's nice and big. And you are going to drag and drop each of these labels onto the correct part of the map. So you'll see this as a separate assignment on your Google Classroom. And then that's it for this section, all about the geography of Europe.